Welcome back to Epochs Across Eras, the channel where history's greatest empires come to life. In our last episode, we followed Ying Zheng's rise from puppet king to ruthless ruler. Now, with full control over Qin and a disciplined military behind him, he turned his ambition outward. The dream? A single China unified by conquest. Over the next decade, Qin would defeat every rival state, transforming war-torn China into an empire under one crown. Join us as we trace the dramatic downfall of the Six Kingdoms and the military brilliance behind history's fastest unification campaign. By 230 BCE, Ying Zheng had the strongest army in China, an iron-fisted government, and a singular goal: crush all opposition. The warring states had battled for centuries, but none had faced a force like Qin. With ruthless generals, iron discipline, and overwhelming numbers, Zheng's campaign would last just 10 years. 6 kingdoms would fall, one after another. This was not just war, it was strategy. It was psychological warfare. It was destiny. But how did Qin defeat powers like Chu and Qi? What made their conquest so fast and so final? Let's explore how China was united through fire and steel. The campaign began in 230 BCE with the smallest of the rival kingdoms, Han. Weak and isolated, Han was swiftly overrun. Qin faced minimal resistance and annexed it within months. Next came Zhao in 228 BCE, a much harder fight. Zhao was battle-hardened, the homeland of famous General Bai Qi's past campaigns. Qin launched a multi-pronged assault using generals Wang Jian and Li Xin. After brutal fighting and heavy losses, Qin forces captured Zhao's capital, Handan. Not all was easy. A prince of Zhao escaped and tried to establish a remnant state, Dai, in the far north. But it posed no serious threat to Qin's momentum. In 226 BCE, Qin turned to Yan, which had already angered Ying Zheng by sending the assassin Jing Ke years earlier. Qin's armies, led again by Wang Jian, marched east. Yan and Dai allied, but failed. Yan's capital, Ji, modern Beijing, fell quickly. King Shi of Yan fled, but his father was executed by Qin, Zheng's revenge for the assassination attempt. The kingdom of Chu was vast, rich, and militarily powerful. It had long resisted Qin's expansion. When Ying Zheng sent General Li Xin with 200,000 troops in 224 BCE, Chu shocked everyone by mounting a successful counterattack, nearly annihilating the Qin army. It was a rare failure, and a lesson learned. Ying Zheng turned to his most seasoned general, Wang Jian. Wang demanded a staggering 600,000 troops. Zheng agreed. The veteran general moved slowly and carefully, drawing Chu into open battle. This time, Chu was crushed. In 223 BCE, Qin took Chu's capital, Shuchun. The royal family was captured, and the last major threat to Qin dominance was neutralized. Wang Jian's victory showed that brute force wasn't enough. Strategy and experience were essential. It was the bloodiest conquest of them all, but it cleared the path to empire. After Chu's defeat, only Wei and Qi remained. In 225 BCE, Qin attacked Wei, led by General Wang Ben, Wang Jian's son. Qin engineers redirected a river to flood Wei's capital, Daliang. The city surrendered, overwhelmed by both water and fear. Qi, the easternmost state, hoped to avoid conflict by remaining neutral. But in 221 BCE, Ying Zheng unleashed a surprise attack. Qi, unprepared and diplomatically isolated, fell without a fight. Its capital, Linzi, was taken with minimal resistance. China, fractured for centuries, was now unified. Ying Zheng declared himself Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. The age of kings was over. The age of empire had begun. The conquest of the warring states was swift, brutal, and historically unprecedented. In just 10 years, Qin reshaped the Chinese world, ending 500 years of warfare and fragmentation. But this was no ordinary victory. It was a campaign backed by legalist planning, military brilliance, and an emperor with unshakable will. Qin's unification of China laid the foundations for 2,000 years of imperial rule. Standardization, centralized governance, and the very concept of China as one entity all began here. In our next episode, we'll step into the mind of Ying Zheng as he becomes Qin Shi Huang. Not just a ruler, but a symbol of unity, order, and power. But at what cost? Thank you for watching Epochs Across Eras. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's keep exploring the past to uncover the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring epochs that define us all.